everyone, I'm Alex and I'm the hands behind Lovecraft Crochet. My plushies are for the anxious, depressed, autistic, and neurodivergent. Small enough to travel in a purse, backpack, diaper bag, or even your pocket. You can check out my Facebook page or TikTok to see what patterns are available and stay tuned for the new ones coming out. I also make hats, scarves, blankets, and dice bags for the tabletop gamer or dice goblin in your life. Feel free to order through the page, TikTok DMs, or via email at love.craft.crochet@gmail.com. Now, on to the segment.
Due to the graphic and disturbing nature of the crimes discussed, listener discretion is advised. Retrostatic Radio presents Killing 15 Minutes.
Hello and welcome to Killing 15 Minutes, where you get your true crime fix in 15 minutes or less, or your podcast is free. I'm your writer, Sam Rossi, and shortly I'll be handing over a rough draft of a script to my brother, AJ, who hasn't read it, who's most likely has no idea what we're talking about. This should be fun. Good luck, bro.
Thanks, Sam. On the night of December 20th, 1989, I was not even
A month old.
Not even a month old, yeah. Louis Gaskin walked up to the Palm Coast, Florida home of Robert and Georgette Sturmfels with a .22 rifle and wearing a black ninja outfit. Is that actually he was in a black ninja outfit? This wasn't you being colorful?
No.
He strolled to the back of the house to a window. He saw Robert in a recliner and Georgette on a sofa. Firing the rifle, he hit Robert 5 times and Georgette once. He must have had a clip. He reloaded and shot Georgette in the head, killing her. Driving around for a few hours, Gaskins then pulled up to the house of Joseph and Mary Rector. Sitting in their living room watching TV, Gaskins fired into the home, hitting Joseph. They ran out of the room. The Rectors hid in a closet until they heard Gaskin smash the back window. They made a run for their car. Gaskin fired at them from inside the house. Dodging bullets, the Rectors made it to their car and drove to a nearby hospital. Police were called and found a ransacked house. Once these murders were made public, I'm assuming that Georgette was shot in the head, killing her instantly. Robert, I'm assuming, died as well?
Yes.
You didn't actually say that, you just said he was hit 5 times.
Yes, he died from the bullets.
Oh, well, yes, I assume. Once the murders were made public, Gaskins became a suspect quickly. Gaskin's girlfriend's cousin gave a tip about Gaskin's behavior after the murders, saying Gaskin came home shortly afterwards with presents he needed to wrap. In a taped interview, he said that he had urges to kill. He confessed to the murder of Charles Martin Miller on November 20th, 1986, 18 days after Sammy was born.
Yes.
Searching Gaskin's house, they found the presents were from the Sturmfels home. After a 2-month trial on July 1990, Gaskin was sentenced to death after being found guilty of 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. He got 2 death sentences. Well, how'd that work out?
Well,
at least one stuck, right?
One of them stuck.
In 2002, Gaskin unsuccessfully tried to appeal his sentence. From his arrest to his death, he was housed at the Florida State Prison in Rayford, Florida. On March 13, 2023, Governor Ron DeSantis signed Gaskin's death warrant for April 12, 2023. On April 12th, Gaskin's last meal included barbecue pork ribs, buffalo wings, turkey neck, shrimp fried rice, French fries, and a water. His sister visited before the execution. He was executed by lethal injection and pronounced dead at 6:15 p.m. At the time, he was 56. Oh, that was a short, sweet one.
Yes.
Really want to get that average up, huh? Or average down, rather.
Yeah, currently Good Pods have us averaging about 16 minutes. I like to get us back on we're averaging 15.
Roughly 15?
Yeah.
I understand. Was this our holiday special? For those who don't know, we're actually recording this several months before it airs. And Christmas is in 6 days.
Holy shit, you're right.
I know. I will say that this is actually... I always assume it's my anxiety or paranoia or something like that. But this is actually always the type of crime that truly terrifies me.
The actual randomness.
The actual random. Because it really is... Not to blow everyone's fucking mind. It really is a societal trust, especially in the U.S. where, you know, there's like 200 million guns registered and unregistered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That someone doesn't go crazy and just go, I could unload an entire fucking clip into a house.
Yeah.
And to me, that just is... That is one of those things where it's like, this is why I do believe that while some people...
That's a hard leap you got going on there.
Well, that's because, again, I feel uncomfortable talking about randomized violence. Because randomized violence, you can't prepare for.
Right.
It's one thing if it's, you know, oh, Becky was dating this dude who was really fucking creepy. I'm just...
I know.
To any Becky listening, I'm not talking about you. But you know what I mean? It's always the case of, you know, well, he was 37, she was 17. Well, yeah, those are red flags already.
Yep.
You know. Oh, well, yeah, so he liked beating her every once in a while. That didn't mean he was going to kill her 3 months later. Oh my God, she's missing. I don't know what happened. Those are, while I don't agree with them, obviously, those are not randomized violence. Even crimes of passion or crimes of opportunity, there's ways to mitigate those opportunities.
Right.
You know, if people keep stealing your condoms, lock away your condoms, which is still fucking stupid. I would rather have people... Convenience store people, don't lock up the condoms. You know why? If they're stealing the condoms, they use the condoms. No one goes out of their way to be like, fuck, I need condoms. I'm going to steal them. Okay? When they don't want to use condoms. Okay. I would rather people practice safe sex than stores lock away the condoms and all of a sudden we have a lot more issues.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm all over the place because, again, when it comes, I like deflecting from what makes me uncomfortable. It's why, you know, you'll see me bounce from something like this, which is, you know, I don't like randomized crimes too. Let's complain about people stealing condoms, or let's talk about the Second Amendment. Is because for crimes of opportunity or crimes of passion, there are at least a give and take of either warning signs or an understandable opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, ladies or gentlemen, if they're escalating, if your relationship, you're like, okay, it's a good relationship, sure they hit me once, or sure they backed over a car once. There are generally a little bit of warning signs before that, where it's like, they never go all or nothing.
Right.
It's similar to what we talked about with Eugene...
Barrett?
See the dude from the car wash?
No.
But where, you know, no one ever goes from, wow, we were such a perfect relationship, to suddenly, and now he's beating the shit out of me every night. Usually he was more aggressive right before. Like, he's feeling the line of where he needs to stop.
Right.
And I know I'm phrasing it as a man. Women can be this way. And in fact, the U.S. really needs to normalize men turning around and being, bitch, you crazy? Without it coming off like he's a man telling a woman that she's just being a woman.
Right.
Which is its own can of worms, but it is one of those things where men need to be able to have the safety of also saying, hey, my spouse is abusive. Which most of the time doesn't happen.
No.
Because, anyways, so that's why randomized crime like this, they did nothing wrong. And now you can argue, oh, well, there's, you know, a kidnapping is also a randomized crime. And that is granted, And it is a worry. And even most parents don't do something wrong to have their kid kidnapped. You know what I mean? It
Right.
is, several have just been, I looked away and then, But they're sitting at home. They're chilling. They are not doing anything.
Right.
And they get shot. That frightens me because that is one of those things that is truly what changes the viewpoints of the world.
Right.
Sure, someone with a gun can shoot a CEO and change things. According to a grand jury, that's an act of terrorism. It's not. CEOs should not be our way of life. Because the second you turn around and say this gun crime is an act of terror, then you're saying all gun crime is. Or
Right.
all gun crime should be, rather.
Right.
And stuff like this randomized shooting. It should have had people, and granted, especially fucking Ron DeSantis in Florida, should have it be more where you're looking at it as, wow, while guns are a tool, I'm a very firm believer, don't blame the gun, blame the shooter.
Right.
However, drunk drivers, we regulated cars better. We've added safety features to cars to make it where if an accident happens, the accident is less severe. If you fuck up and run over a few people, we take away your fucking license. And on a basic level, we act completely the opposite when it comes to gun crime. Now, and again, I'm just in favor of better regulation and better reinforcement or enforcement of the laws in place.
I understand.
How's the SEO?
We're at 14 minutes.
Then you know what I'm just going to say? That was a fun case. And by fun, I mean I fucking hate it. Because there's no logic. There's no real want. It's just, I'm bored. I'm going to do this stupid thing. And because of that, people died. And that's fucking stupid.
All right.
I'm AJ Carey.
I'm Sam Rossi.
Later, y'all!
Killing 15 Minutes is hosted by Arthur Carey, with scripts written and researched by Sam Rossi. If you like this episode or want to stay updated on this series, consider following Killing 15 Minutes on Patreon or Retrostatic Radio on all major social media platforms. Good night and God bless.
You're watching Retrostatic Radio.
Wheel of randomness, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the 15 minutes we shall learn.
I'm Sam Rossi, writer and co-host of Randomly 15 Minutes, where the wheel of randomness gives me the topic and I write about it.
I'm Megan Klodnicki, and I'm the host of Randomly 15 Minutes. I cold read what Sam writes and learn in real time about a random topic.
You can find us on all major podcast platforms and YouTube.
Follow us on Facebook at Randomly 15 Minutes to get more random facts.